Working harder is supposed to make you feel richer. That is the promise we're all sold, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth. I know people earning $300,000 a year plus who are actually worse off than those earning $80,000. Same intelligence, same work ethic, but one group builds wealth while the other stays completely trapped. The difference isn't actually about effort. It's understanding why hard work alone can actually make you poorer. So today I want to share the 3 reasons to explain this paradox. First up is the income cap that nobody talks about. So we understand that when you trade time for money, you're always going to hit a ceiling. Doesn't matter if you're earning $500 an hour or $50 an hour. The fundamental problem is identical. If you stop showing up, the income stops flowing. So when you're earning $500 an hour, you've got the same structural problem as someone earning $50 an hour. You're both selling hours. The consultant is just selling more expensive hours. And the cruel irony is the more valuable the time, the more trapped you feel. So when you are worth $500 an hour, every holiday costs you, say, $4,000. Every weekend feels expensive. Every moment not working feels like money lost. And you end up working more, not because you need to, but because you feel you can't afford not to. And that's not wealth. That's just an expensive prison. The people who escape this understand one thing, that wealth isn't built by working more hours. It's built by making your hours irrelevant. So point 2 is the reward trap. So hard work becomes a justification for financial self-sabotage. So the lawyer who's doing 70-hour weeks knows something is wrong. Family is suffering, health is suffering, life becomes a narrow tunnel of output. To make sense of this sacrifice, they create a story. They say, because I work hard, I deserve to spend freely. So the expensive car becomes a reward for the long hours. The bigger house becomes proof the sacrifice means something. The lavish vacation is compensation for the life they're missing. But here's what happens. The spending doesn't restore balance. It just consumes the extra money that you worked so hard for in the first place. It locks you in. Now you need those 70-hour weeks to afford the lifestyle you bought to justify the 70-hour week. It's chicken and egg. And I call this the reward trap. The harder you work, the more you feel you deserve to spend. The more you spend, the harder you need to work. And it's a cycle that makes you poorer with every raise. So the third key is wealthy people work differently, not harder. So look at people who have built real wealth. They're not working harder than everyone else. They're working through leverage. What I mean by that is Warren Buffett doesn't work 100+ hour weeks. He reads, he thinks, he makes decisions that compound. His money works harder than he does. So think of it this way. Leverage comes in 3 forms. You can have capital leverage, where your money makes money while you sleep. $100,000 invested at 8% might earn you $8,000 a year without you lifting a finger. Then you've got skill leverage, where you develop expertise and you scale beyond hours. Say, for example, the marketing manager who becomes the go-to person on strategy and demand and can charge more. And then you've got system leverage. So you build income streams independent of your job in real estate, rentals, dividends, or ETFs, or businesses that run for themselves. The middle class trade time for money. The wealthy trade time for assets that generate money. Same effort, but different direction. One creates dependency and the other creates freedom. So look, working hard actually matters, especially early in your career. But if hard work is your only strategy, you will hit a ceiling. So the solution isn't working less, it's redirecting your work ethic towards building leverage instead of just earning income. So 3 principles. Escape the time for money trap by building assets. Avoid the reward trap that justifies lifestyle inflation. And channel your work ethic towards leverage, not just output. Most people will keep grinding, believing that effort alone will save them. But effort without leverage is just an expensive hamster wheel. So I'm building this thing called Learn, which is a free program about turning work ethic into wealth building. It's not live yet, but please join my newsletter if you're interested in early access. And remember, the grind is only step 1. If you want freedom, you have to graduate to a different game, one where your money works just as hard as you do.